Howdy there guys, welcome back to Edgar TV. Today I'm going to explain to you the new rule regarding points in darts. Now this has caused an awful lot of debate and people sort of unfamiliar or unsure with what is going on with this rule. Now a year ago I did this video which sort of explained to you the changes that are coming in regards to the aggressive points. It was all done on like a gauge, how grippy the dart is. The problem was, I think the rule was written a little bit too strict, because even just roughing your points up might have even been enough to a full foul to this rule, which would have meant your darts could not be used in a stage or any DRA regulated event. So the PDC, I've reached out to them to get some clarification on this, because it looks like the rule has changed slightly, and it has. So the PDC spokesman I spoke to said that due to some intensive research, they have changed the rule now to be 6.1.2, which is when darts are deemed by the tournament director to be causing undue damage to the dartboard, they shall prohibit the use of those darts in the event. Now, first of all, let me just explain to you. The tournament director, this is a official that stays off stage. It's the person you report to. It's the person who do the bullseye backstage. It's the person that will give you any information regarding any sort of media work that you may need to do. And it's the person you've got to do things like give your shirts to make sure that your shirt matches the criteria for the event, which is sponsor patches the right size, in the right places, got a collar on it, there's no other sort of advertisement or anything. If it falls foul, that's where you may see people with a bit of tape on their shirt at times. That's where the tournament director's gone, you can't have that on your shirt, we've got to cover it up. Or you may even be given another shirt, like just a generic polo shirt, to wear if you do not have a replacement. So it's up to the tournament director. Now with that in mind, what this now is, this is now a rule that basically means it's discretionary. It's one of those rules that's just on paper that protect the PDC, the manufacturers and the image of the sport if a player has points that are ruining the board. So if you've got an aggressive point and it's causing no damage to the fascia of the board, it's absolutely fine. So it's all down to the... Now, I'm led to believe what causes the damage is in regards to where the knuckle is on the point. So the aggressive grip either side of the knuckle. And I'm led to believe that the damage comes on the knuckle side of the point. So if your point has aggressive grip past the knuckle of the point, at the point to the knuckle, that's where it's sort of going to be causing damage to the board. If it's more towards the barrel side, you don't tend to get the damage, so that's where you can have that little bit of extra grip. I will do a follow-up when I get to the shop and I can show you some different types of points and different things in regards to what is a good one, what is something to avoid in regards to the points. But as things stand, that rule is coming into place. I have been around for various conversations. I was literally stood next to a conversation once which went as follows. Player A, the points you are using are destroying the boards and it's causing problems with the manufacturer. It doesn't matter, there's nothing you can do, I'm allowed to use what I want, you can't tell me what points I can and can't use. For which, you're absolutely right, we can't tell you. And the issue is that continues and continued with various players using this. Now that I get this, I do get this rule, because as a manufacturer, I want my dartboard up on that stage, and I want my dartboard on stage in front of the global audience. Now, if my dartboard's getting destroyed and ripped up on the stage due to unregulated or too aggressive points, it makes my product look bad. And if I'm the main title sponsor, so I get that in the sense that they need to go and protect sort of the image of the manufacturer on this case. I also get integrity, because it's not fair on the other player. If I'm playing somebody and they're ruining the ball, we've seen this in the past with players using things like chalk and some people not liking it because it changes the fascia of the board and asks the board to be wiped. But on this situation, you're probably going to ask for a totally new board if it gets to the point, especially when boards get a little bit soft. So all boards are just manufactured very slightly different. And one thing you can get is you can get like little soft points on the board, and it's those points where you start ripping out the sisal. So anywhere it's not fully compact or just a little bit soft with a point that goes past the knuckle, it looks like a moth's just landed on the board sometimes when they pull it out. So I get as well that it ruins the playing surface and the area. Most other sports have things in place that protect the playing surface and the area to enforce the integrity. We've now got one in darts, but it is now discretionary rather than something that's going to be fully measured. Also, in the original rule, you had to present your darts. Nowadays, you don't have to. It's purely just, we'll watch the board. If the board's getting trashed, sorry pal, you need to change those. So if you do use an aggressive point, maybe it's worth having a second set of darts just in case with a smoother point. That's your update, guys. There's the information from the spokesman. That's the rule. Catch you soon with some more Edgar TV. And don't forget to subscribe. Edgar TV.